This is the video that you and me both have been waiting on for over a year. This is the CBCS unboxing where I finally get back all my super rare 90s never before touched Toys R Us packs. Over a year ago, I unboxed for the first time ever some comics that were in the Toys R Us packs, Walmart packs, and Target packs. And that still is one of the highest performing videos ever on this channel. 95% of the books looked what can only be described as pretty much perfect. So I decided to forego my typical clean and pressing, and I sent it in as is to CBCS. Well, we sent something like 90 books in. They are all back, and 41 out of 90 did get the 9.8, which admittedly, I must say, is a little less than I thought. These books had never been touched. They were perfectly sealed off as like a little time capsule, so I was surprised, but at the same time, I didn't do any clean and pressing. I am actually cleaning and pressing all these and sending them back out. Unfortunately, it can't happen anytime soon. I need to make sure I get some money in first. But in the meantime, let's check it out. I think the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off with the Nightfall set. Unfortunately, my Batman 492s, I sent like 2 of them in. They were third printing, which is, of course, one of the rarest ones there is. They did not get the 9.8, so I'll be submitting that again. But I did get the third printing of Detective Comics 659, which is Nightfall Part 2. And that does have a nice little after value. Pretty much everything in this that I'm going to show you that is a later than its first printing is more valuable. That is one of them. And I was able to successfully get back 2 of them. Not bad. Not bad at all. So it looks like I might be collecting a complete run of the more valuable Nightfalls to add into my Nightfall collection. We do have Nightfall Part 4, which is Detective Comics 660. Only one of the 2 I sent in looks like they got the perfect grade. That is, I believe, just the first printing. So that's not a special later printing. And that's the thing about those Toys R Us bags is you didn't know if it was just going to be first printings or the later printings. It was a random buy. I know that some people watched my video and found one of these and spent money for it, and then they opened it up and it was all first printings. And like I said in the video, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get the rare or later printings. Batman 494, it's Nightfall Part 5. And I believe that is the only... No, I did get one more. I think all the Nightfall books I either sent 2 or 3 copies of. And this is just the, this is just the regular first printing, not the super special one. Well, I did get 2 of them, so that is at least kind of special. Can I fit 2 on here? Probably not. Oh, I can. Cool. Then this is my Part 7. This is Poison Ivy cover and appearance. This is just the first printing, not the special later printing. Gorgeous cover. Number 8. Detective Comics 662, not a rarer printing, just the direct edition. Okay. Like I said, you didn't know if it was going to be a later printing or what. Then we've got Part 9, which is Batman 496, just the regular edition, not the special DC Universe logo or second or third print or anything. Keep it going. And something about my next book was extremely successful, which is Part 10, which is this awesome cover. And I'll show you in just a second. I actually got 3 of them. So for that one, I sent 3 in. They all got it. 1, 2. It is just the regular direct edition, though. It's not a more valuable later printing for that one, but I will absolutely take that. 3 9.8 white pages of Nightfall Part 10, and we'll keep it going. This next one, sadly, I sent in 3. Only 1 made it back to me, but I'm glad it did, because this is the rare third printing, which is, aside from the newsstand version, is the most valuable version of this Bane Breaking Batman's Back book there is. Third printing, it is hard to get. There's like not many of these out there, man, let me tell you. Then we have Nightfall Part 13. So I think we skipped 12. 12 didn't make it. Here's 13, which is funny because at the time when I was trying to get this all on CGC, and I have the whole Nightfall and CGC on my wall, this was one of the ones that took a long time to try to get. This was a tricky one. And since then, I've got one CGC coming after, and now a CBCS coming after. So that's crazy. All right, then we got Detective Comics 665, which is part 16. This is all from that unopened, never-before-touched Nightfall set that I had. And I actually have two of those. Bane Appearance Nightfall, Part 16. It's amazing how easily I'm getting these books after trying to submit them for so long. All right. And then we have Part 17, which is Batman 499. Always loved that cover. And then I should have saved this for one of the ones at the end, but this is Nightfall Part 19, Batman 500. The rarest of them all. You have your collector's edition, your regular edition, and then there's this one. This is the second printing. Highly, 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 highly rare. I have one of the only copies that exist on the CGC census, and now I have a CBCS as well. And these actually go for anywhere from like $400 to $500. And that was like 2019, 2018 prices. Yeah, pretty cool. So let me put that up for you guys to enjoy. And then we're going to get into the other pile. All right. So this was Detective Comics 676. This was a more random DC Universe variant that I had, and it got the 9.8. That is actually part of the Knight's End arc, when Batman gets his mantle back. This is Aquaman 0, with the rare 0 Hour logo. And here's what I love about CBCS. CGC might now be saying Collector's Pack Edition, but CBCS actually says 0 Hour logo variant. And for the DC Universe ones, they actually say DC Universe UPC Variant. So that extra detail is why I still think CBCS has some leverage over the CGC. All right. Although CGC's been doing the right things, but there's just little things where CBCS still is kind of better. Aquaman #1, that actually is a small first appearance. I noticed that they didn't include it on there, but that is the DC Universe UPC variant of that one, which does add a little bit of value to that book, which otherwise the direct edition wouldn't have been that much. All right, here we go. Let's get into some actual money here. Adventures of Superman 497, Doomsday cover and appearance, Maximum appearance, Justice League of America, Supergirl and Lex Luthor cameo. That is the third printing, which if you saw my video earlier this week about DC later printings, that is one of the ones that is what's called almost in that super rare category. That is one of the toughest ones to find. And it got the 9.8, so that is definitely a happy moment. That is for sure a big win. Next up we have totally random here, but I submitted it solely because it's the DC UPC variant logo. And that is just Superboy, what is it? Superboy 8? Sure. I don't believe that is a key of any shape or form. By the way, I can't stop looking at this. This is nice, man. Okay. Next up is one of the big ones. We got Wonder Woman 90, the DC Universe UPC variant, and with CBCS actually mentioning the DC Universe UPC variant. That is actually the first appearance of Artemis, and that is the most rare, hard-to-get version of this key. Other than that little weird preview, which I'm not going to get into that, but Yeah. For the actual comic, this is the bee's knees. That's what you want. That's awesome. And then this was in there, although interestingly, it didn't have any sort of DC Universe logo variant. Batman Adventures issue 21, 1994, and they just call it the Collector's Pack Edition. So this is not your direct or your newsstand. This is the Collector's Pack Edition, which is awesome. All right, keep it going. Next up, we got a nice little key here. This is the first cameo appearance. This is the first cameo appearance of Bart Allen Impulse. So 94 is still the one you want, but this is 91. And it is the DC Universe UPC variant of the first cameo of Impulse. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. I submitted a full run of Final Night, which issue 4 is the one you want because I believe that is the one that is the death of Hal Jordan. Of all of them, only my number 3 got it. Oh well, but it is the DC Universe logo. So, pretty cool. Got some value. All right, here's a nice one. We got the third printing, which is the most valuable version of this book yet again. That is the second full appearance of Doomsday. Doomsday cover and appearance. Absolutely awesome. Third printing, which is the DC Universe UPC logo variant. That's a nice book. Keep it going here. We've got Man of Steel, issue number 30. Lobo appearance, wraparound cover. Cool cover. But this one's valuable because it's the DC Universe UPC logo variant. Man, say that 10 times fast, I swear. Then we have another part of the Knight's End run, which is, let's see, Robin number 8, Nightwing cover and appearance, Lady Shiva appearance. Very cool. That's Knight's End Part 5. So if you're looking to complete that run in 9/8, I might be able to help you. All right, I want to save that for last because that's not last, but pretty darn rare. All right, so we have up next Superman 74, which is Justice League of America and Doomsday cover appearance. This is the rare third printing, like so many of the ones in here. I would say that is the one you want, but it can actually get more rare. I think that one's like double the value of the regular edition. Whereas I do have the fourth and final lightning rare version of it, which is the fourth printing, DC Universe UPC logo variant. Yeah, that's a nice one, man. So I've got a lot of that fourth printing awesome goodness coming in for you. Here is the Action Comics 684, my second printing, which has a little bit more value than the first printing, and the third printing, which is the final printing. It is the DC Universe logo variant. Again, you never know if those are going to actually be in those collector's sets. That one was. Very nice. Pretty awesome. That has some value, I believe, as well. And then here's one that everybody knows. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Man of Steel 18, the fifth and final printing. And it did get the 9.8. I believe that is the book I used as the cover for the thumbnail back when I made that video. And it has come full circle. It has the 9.8. And in the new year, I will be selling that book. I'm going to hold off until the new year on my sales. Here's another one that's wildly valuable. Interestingly, my third printing, which is a $900 book, didn't get it. But my fourth printing, which is also a $1,000 book, did get it. Bing bong. Justice League America 69. That is on the lists of the DC Universe logo variants. This is one of the hyper rare ones. It's in the top 10 rarest ones you can possibly find for all the collector's sets. I've got it. It's the perfect grade. Pretty sure there's only like 4 out there that are that perfect grade. Last sale was $1,000. Pretty happy about that. Now, I do want to show where I'm a little disappointed. Like I said, I submitted something like 90 books. I was honestly hoping for like a 60-70% success rate. We were actually a little less than 50, which is not what I like to see, especially how good these books looked. So I was trying to collect the entire run of Batman Contagion. So it starts with this one, Batman Chronicles #4. See that awesome red DC Universe logo variant at the bottom? This is it's like a little buffer. It doesn't say issue 1. Issue 1 and 2, which is a Batman and a Detective Comics, sadly did not get the grade. They didn't get it. But my third, which is Contagion Part 3, did get it. DC, the rarest version you can possibly get of that book. And my #4, rarest version you can possibly get of that book, 9/8. I was trying to get this whole run in the rarest version ever completely collected, and it looks like only about half, maybe even a little less of them got the 9.8. So now I have only a partially completed Contagion storyline run of the DC Universe logo variants. I am going to press and submit the other ones and send them back. So wish me luck. That is part 7. And then all I have left is part 8. And unfortunately, 9 and 10 didn't make the cut either. So the last one I've got for the Contagion run is 11. All the DC Universe collectors out there, and Robin collectors, and Azrael collectors, and anything of this time are watching this and going googly-eyed. But yeah, tried to get the whole Contagion run, couldn't quite get it, but all is not lost. I'm going to keep trying, man. I'm going to do some pressing, because these books have yet to be pressed. So let's show you the stuff that didn't make the cut, and it is a larger pile than I had wished. I actually see one of the Contagions right now. This is part 2. Part 2, front and center. Then we have Detective Comics, 2 of them. 666, which is Nightfall Part 18. That has always been a tough 9.8 to get. When I was trying to get the 9.8 with CGC, it took years. Another one of the Nightfall Part 7s. Here's a Nightfall Part 9 that apparently didn't make the cut. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of these that didn't make the pre-screen are probably like a 9.6. So they're close. I do just need to clean them, press them, try again. Okay. Part 17. Not bad. 41 out of 90. It's not bad. I hoped for better. That's all. Here's the second print of this one. I showed you the third print. It's not as valuable, but it's still a nice book. The third print is the best one you want. So at least I did get that. This was in there. I don't know why I sent that. That's not a second or third print. Here is a second print. Interestingly, I have this book. Wow, 3 copies of that? Jeez. I have, look at that, 3 copies of the second print. I actually have a second print in CGC form, and it's actually on the wall. Keep it going. Here's one of the 0 hours that didn't make it. Batman 0 didn't make the cut. Here's one of the Contagions. Azrael. Yeah, how many of these? Azrael #16. It's Contagion Part 10. You know how many like 9.8 copies or 9.8 worthy copies of that are even out there? Got to be like, I might be holding the only one. You know what I mean? So I want to try to see if I can get it. Oh, this one hurts. I really wanted this one. Green Lantern 81 DC Universe UPC logo variants. Flash 99. Some of these are not keys. Actually, a good chunk of them are not keys, but they're made valuable because of how rare they are, and because they were from these packs that are kind of long lost. It's a little time capsule piece of history. Actually, I'm going to flip that upside down so that stack doesn't move. Oh man, we're only halfway through it. Flash 96. Yeah, I wanted this one too. Final Night, DC Universe. So it looks like all my Green Lanterns didn't make it. This is the one I really wanted. Final Night, number 4, The Death of Hal Jordan. I can't get that book in a 9/8, man. I just can't. And I thought with this one, because it was untouched, it was part of the collector's pack, that would do it, and still I couldn't get it. Final Night, number 3. My Final Night pack sent me 2 copies of 3. They accidentally didn't do number 1, but who can you complain to? They made those packs in 1994. Then we got a second print, Detective Comics here. We got another Contagion. Oh boy, Azrael Part 5. Man, I really wanted that to get it. Justice League America 0. DC UPC Variant, or whatever you want to call it. Here it is. Here's the $900 book. If you can get a 9/8 out of this, that's a $900 frickin' book. Justice League America 69. I showed you the 4th print, which is the most valuable. This is the almost most valuable. And here's a $500 book, if you can get it in the perfect grade. Jeez. These are the crazy books, man. All right, and back to reality here. Night's End, Aftermath, Robin. Didn't get it. Really surprised by some of the ones that didn't get it here. Nightfall Part 12, 14. Part 14, that's a tough one. Superboy and the Ravers, number 1. It's the DC Universe version. Nightfall Part 15. Didn't make the cut, apparently. Nightfall Part 15. Didn't make the cut, apparently. And here's one of them. Here's one of our 3rd prints, guys. Batman, that is the 3rd print, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's the 3rd print. And here's another one. Those are still very valuable. Oh! We have another. Oh, you know what? I see why this one didn't get it. Let's see if the others have this. This one has a slightly crunched corner. I think I remember that too. That is the rarer 2nd print of that Batman 500 I told you about. Night's End 509, DC Universe Logo Variant. Oh my god, I submitted this? Oh, that's random as hell. Batman Red Rain. 1st print. That's, okay. I think that might have been an accident. That might have slipped in there. That makes sense. I've been wondering where my copy is. Contagion, Part 6, Batman 529. I needed that to get the 9.8. Shadow of the Bat. That's Night's End, Part 2. Didn't get it. Shadow of the Bat, number 1. That came in a collector's set. Night's End, Part 4, DC variant. Didn't get it. Number 6 of the Nightfall run. Didn't get it. 16 didn't get it, but that's okay because the rest did. Winding down here. Impulse 95, 2nd appearance of Impulse. Oh, we got 2 copies of number 6 here that didn't make it. Here's a couple copies of 4 that didn't make it. Here's the 3rd print that didn't make it of Part 2. And then we're going to end it with the ones I really need. Contagion, Catwoman 32. I really need it. It didn't get it. And then, ironically, Contagion... See this Shadow of the Bat 48? Eagle-eyed viewers might remember I actually submitted and got that in CGC. We're talking 2 years ago now. So it was, when I submitted it, it was the only one on the census, the only one to ever get a 9.8, and I stupidly sold it. Now that I'm trying to complete a full run, I would really like it back. That wasn't the DC Universe logo, though. So if I can clean and press that and get it out of that, that would probably be the only copy of that exists. So wish me luck. We are not completely done with this experiment. I got some cleaning and pressing to do, and we are going to try again. As always, keep on hunting. Look forward to the new year because I'm going to be putting up like 90% of this up for sale.